there, beautiful people. Happy Thursday evening to you. Tomorrow's Friday. Yay! At the end of the week. I love Friday. I'm a daily worker though, so I don't know why I like Friday so much. But I do like Friday. But happy Thursday, which is Thor's Day, which is probably my favorite Marvel comic hero is Thor. I like Thor. So happy Thor's Day to you. I somehow or another got 2 journals done today. I have no idea how it happened because today has been one of those crazy hectic days. Our heat stopped last night, so it was like, you know, you wake up and you're like freezing and you don't know exactly why, and it's like, oh no, and then you turn the thing on and it doesn't come on, and it's like, oh no. But I tell you, my guy crawled under the house and figured out that it was the belt on this old, my house was built in 1949, so it's old, and I'm not sure when the heating, you know, when the central heating thing got in my house, but anyway, he got under the house and he figured out it was the belt on the unit, went to O'Reilly's, bought a belt, which was 20 bucks, crawled back under the house and put it on, and it works beautifully now. So boy, I feel so blessed and so lucky today. And then I went to the grocery store, and then I had to go to the bank, and then I had to go, you know, just girl stuff, right? Run your errands. So I don't exactly know how I had time to do this, but I did, and I love these colors. I have to tell you that this one is kind of like a personal favorite. There's something about this fabric that reminds me of, I don't know, Dr. Seuss. Does that not kind of remind you of Dr. Seuss? Kind of reminds me of Dr. Seuss. This is a Skinny Mini journal, and I haven't done a Skinny Mini in quite some time, but we have apparently been eating a lot of macaroni and cheese lately, and so I had some mac and cheese boxes. So I did a little Skinny Mini, and she is made out of an Annie's macaroni and cheese box, and if you look kind of carefully, you can see that it says Annie's mac and cheese, but you guys know that I have a fondness for keeping some of the original packaging in these books. I think it's very, very interesting to see where your book came from and where it started life and where it ended up now. It's kind of like a Cinderella story, right? You know, it starts out as a maybe not an ugly duckling box, but maybe a box with no possibilities, and then boom, you know, all of a sudden she has a lot of possibilities. So, you know, kind of like a Cinderella story. I'm rambling. Sorry. It's been a heck of a day. All right, so this is a little Skinny Mini journal, y'all, and I have finished her off with some assorted beads, and I even found some amethyst chips that I thought would go really sweetly with this spine, and I think that turned out really well. I got to tell you about this color. I believe that it is lavender. When my son was probably about 4 years old, he went to preschool one day, and this was a preschool that I had waited and waited and waited and waited and waited for a spot for him in. So we were coloring or something that night after he had come home from preschool, and I called a color purple, and he said, "Oh no, Mom, that's not purple, that's lavender." And then it was like, okay, I did the right thing by waiting on that preschool because they're already, you know, teaching him a lot about art and color. But anyway, it was just when I was choosing this lavender this morning, I thought that's a funny story. You know, Christopher saying something with lavender. Okay, so a Skinny Mini, y'all. I'm just going to flip through here. Kind of quick for you. Hold on. Color hold, please. Got a hairy paper clip in the wrong spot. This has a lot of papers, just different kinds of papers. This is some burlap. I love that burlap. I think that's very unique and original. The best thing to hold on to, hold on a second, let me read this to you. The best thing to hold on to is each other. That's a sweet sentiment this time of year. All right, now let's flip a little more. I'm sorry. This says my favorite part of the trip, and this has a little train ticket on it that says Southern Pacific Lines. I thought that was a good addition. And here's a little birdie that my friend Judy stamped and I colored. More papers. We've got a map. I think this is French. This is a French lesson. And here are some envelope flowers and magazine flowers for you to play with. This is a beautiful piece of ephemera. I'm not sure. Is that Queen Victoria? Hold on. Let me get my... It's Martha Washington. Sorry. Do you see how badly I need glasses? This is to Mrs. Harry Nielsen in Saco, Maine, and it has a postmark of 1946. I thought that was just very, very pretty. So we have lots of pockets and fun things to play with. Some origami paper, text pages. These aren't quite so crammed as the bigger journals, but they still have a lot of fun elements in them. And I kind of like them because they're skinny mini, you know? I mean, they're kind of fun because they're just a whole different size. This is another piece of beautiful ephemera. I think that our friend in Saco, Maine, maybe collected stamps. It seems to be that a lot of the envelopes that I've gotten from that particular lot from my friend has a lot to do with stamps. And you know, I think that maybe Mr. Nielsen, you know, corresponded with people all over the world just to get the stamps. I don't know. It's fun to think about though, isn't it? All right, fellas and gals, here we go. One journal down, and this is a skinny mini. Also, y'all, something happened between the glue and the cardboard on the box, and I've got a little bump right here, and I can feel it. I can't really see it, but I can feel it. But just be aware of that if you choose this particular journal. And this little journal is $25. I like it. Doesn't it remind you of Dr. Seuss? Really does remind me of Dr. Seuss. Okay, guys, this is a super mini. I don't remember what kind of box that I used to make this, but I am kind of crazy about Moroccan themed anything, and I was recently at my sister's, as many of you know, and she installed me in her Moroccan themed guest room, one of her guest rooms. Oh my goodness, it was so pretty. If I can find a picture, I will insert the picture somewhere in this video of that room. It was blue, it was orange. I mean, the walls were neutral, but the decor was blue, orange. There was a metal table. There was a beautiful pillow that had an elephant on it and tassels and things like that. It was just such a pretty room. But I also am crazy about the movie, the Best Exotic Marigold Hotel. One of my sincere wishes is to travel to India at some point in my life, but you know, we'll see how that goes. Anyway, the spine is a little piece of faux ivory that I thought went really well with this journal. And of course, it's orange and it has peacock feathers on the front. No cover art needed. I think it's really pretty just like this. The batik fabric is just really super, super pretty. And I'm not fond of orange, and I like it. So you have an envelope in the front, and definitely the Moroccan themed papers. This is some resist paper, so hit that with a little bit of watercolor or a little bit of marker, and you can, it's like a surprise, y'all. I can see one of them says hello you, one of them says follow your own path. You never know what you're going to get. You can't really see what it says, but when you start painting it, then the letters and words become apparent. Smile, you're lovely. Isn't that sweet? I've got some stickers here for you. Lots and lots, like I said, of the Moroccan themed papers. And of course, I put one of my very, very, very last peacock feathers in here. I thought she looked really pretty. And there's a peacock. Well, that's not a peacock feather, but that's a feather element right there sticking in that pocket. I thought she looked pretty, just kind of peeking out from there. Love peacocks. I also like this pattern, and I don't know what it is. You guys are a lot smarter than me, so maybe you know what it is. I just love it. I think it's so elegant. Just some things to color, some inchies to play with, some tags. Look at that. Beautiful. There's also some 70-pound sketch paper in here, y'all. And some stickers. And there we go. Lots of hairy paper clips. I like the gold. This little journal is $15. This one is $25. And also in the shop today, I've kind of resolved to start getting rid of some of my paintings. Now, I really like to do paintings. I just don't do it a whole lot. But this is a fall fairy, and I did her last year. I did her on a reclaimed canvas. There was maybe a collage on this canvas, and I was experimenting with some crackling, so I've got some good crackling on her. She is acrylic on a reclaimed canvas and with a burlap flower. These are flower skeletons that are in her hair, and the word dream is stamped right here. She is $40. So these things are going in the shop today, y'all. Thanks for being patient with me. Today, like I said, was a day of adventures. So there we go. You guys have a really good night and a lovely Friday, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye.